Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome to the show, I guess. I don't really know if this is a show. I just talk about anime I've watched, pretty much. So I've got 4 new anime, and we're just going to kick it off right now. We're talking about Re-Life. And I know last time I said that I was a bit questionable about the pill thing involved with this anime, and yeah, I'm still a bit meh, but not for the same reasons. I'm not really gonna go directly into it because that directly spoils something, but I really feel like I don't have a problem with the age thing now. Like the whole it makes them look younger thing, like just outwardly, not internally, and they're just doing some weird experiment, I guess. But there's like a catch with the pill, and I don't at all understand how it's even possible for it to be that way. Like it's just anime jumping the shark, and it's like the one thing that really bothers me with this anime. However, I do really like this anime, and they're gonna have 4 more episodes in March. So yeah, cool. I actually do really like this anime. It's the type of anime that I enjoy where there's laughs, but there's actual serious, genuine, like emotional like payoff. Like they build up emotion and then they pay it off. And honestly, like the way it currently ends at 13 episodes, it's like a crazy cliffhanger that's like super compelling, but it's got like a lot of questions with it because of how the pills work. Like, how exactly would that kind of thing pay off or work out? But yeah, I'd actually recommend Re-Life because it's really interesting, and the pill concept is, while it bothers me a little, it doesn't bother me the way I thought it would bother me. And like the main characters are good too. Like none of them seem like bad people, so definitely seems it's definitely good. You should definitely watch it. It's definitely one that I would recommend. However, the rest of my list today are anime that I definitely don't recommend, all because they are all just excessively goddamn fan servicey, and it just genuinely bothers me how fan servicey it is. But we're going to start off by talking about Saikono, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. And boy, howdy, is this one boring. Like, besides all the ridiculous fan service that's in nothing ever really happens. There's no progression of emotional states at all in it. It's just they are constantly in the single state of limbo. However, it does have some funny jokes because it is very fourth wall breaking, self referential humor in it. And I do like that humor. However, there is no actual emotional payoff. There's no progress in any sort of relationship. It's just meh. Even though it's that standard anime where it's like, oh, this guy's got all these ladies super interested in him, yet he does nothing about it. It's boring. It's really boring. Just because of the fact that nothing is actually happening. Like, emotional wise, there's nothing happening. The next one that I'm going to talk about is Naruko-san Another Crawling Chaos, which I think sort of is like how One Punch Man was like its own little tiny online thing. I think this one also had its own online presence, and then it got its actual anime. I like this one a bit more than How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, but it's kind of in the same boat of being excessively fan servicey and not really progressing in any emotional way. And the last episode is kind of like, what the hell? I feel like they cut out a huge chunk of the episode or something, because at one point they're just doing something and then it just cuts completely to a different scene. Like, what? How can you do that? Why did you do that? Hello? But, I mean, again, the characters aren't dislikable, and like, what emotional progress there is at all is just one other character who does not start off like they don't hate the main guy, but they don't really like him that much, and then it turns into like, oh yeah, I like you too, but I still like this person more, but I'm perfectly down with you, and it's like, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? I. It's disappointing because it actually had a pretty cool concept, because it was using a lot of Cthulhu lore, you know, all that mythos and stuff with all the Eldritch horrors and stuff. Of course, they animate the hell out of it, but I do remember somebody, don't remember exactly who used to say that anime, like just trying to follow up with anime, is almost like madness that Cthulhu would inflict on you. So I kind of find that pretty funny that I was thinking that like the entire time watching this is like, maybe this is a version of madness. But yeah, this one's also self-referential. It has and it breaks the fourth wall, but it has a ton of references to other anime. Like I saw DBZ references. I saw the freaking Love, Chernobyl, and other Delusions references. There were so many different references in this one. So if you're looking for something that's just stupid fan servicey jokes, like, then another Crawling Chaos, I guess, is something you'd like, but it has like no actual emotional depth at all. So if you're actually looking for something that'll make you feel, that's not this. Definitely not. Okay, and the last one we're going to talk about is Nisekoi? I don't know. Baseline of the plot is new girl shows up at this place, rubs the main guy the wrong way, but then it turns out that both their families are crime syndicates. One's Yakuza and the other is Mafia. And because of that, they sort of get together because their fathers tell them to stop both of them from going to war and stuff. And ridiculousness ensues. And, I mean, this one's a bit... like, I prefer this one to the other two that I just mentioned, but it also does not have any really good emotional payoff. But it starts off really strong. Like, this one starts off with a great concept, it's really strong, and then it just muddies the water. Just more and more. And then and 20 episodes. It takes 20 episodes for us to get, like, any form of emotional progress. And then the last 12 episodes are just nothing but fan service and just no progress whatsoever. So it's like, it's so disappointing because each one of these last three animes that I mentioned, they had potential. They definitely had potential, but then it's just squandered and thrown out for the cheap fan service booby joke or some sort of ridiculous end. I don't know. I think I may have finally hit the barrel of good emotional but funny anime. I think I've hit the point where I'm not going to find any more. And the rest are just going to be like super fan service messes. And just so we get this clear, I don't have a problem with like adult themes or adult jokes. I have a problem when the fan service is just there and it's not really serving a purpose or progress of any variety. Like, if it's just there for the freaking checkbox, that's when I hate it. And that's pretty much what all these were. It just felt like it was a checkbox. It never felt like it was worth anything. But yeah, this is a bit of a short one because, I mean, I didn't like the majority of these ones. Like, there were parts that were enjoyable, but overall, the only one that I really liked was Real Life because Real Life was compelling. It had an actually cool concept, and it executed that cool concept well enough to make me want to watch the 4 episodes that are coming out in March, especially because of the way it ended. The way it ends is super compelling, and it's like, oh my god, I want to watch this. I want to know what happens. Like, that's good, but these other ones are they're just boring. They're not really worth it. I'm gonna be honest, they're not really worth it. I don't recommend those last 3 unless you're one of those people who likes fan servicey bullshit. And I don't fault you if that's your thing. I don't fault you for that. But it's just not for me. Anyways, go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this. And please, if you know any good anime that has like strong emotional depth to it, please tell me. Because I would definitely love to watch something like that. But again, I'm not looking for pure romance because too much romance becomes too heavy, and I've already said that too heavy is not something I'm looking for. Although I do want some emotional strength. So it's got to be basically a good rom-com. Alright then. I'll see y'all next time.